Gosh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm back at it again here. There's only the walls, the shit that I was just spitting out of my mouth. Only the walls have this fucking data here. Underground connectors and fucking high energy light out of the brain stuck in there, and people will be here to try to disconnect this. What are you up to, dude? What's up? You're in the black and the gray today. Yes, you are. Come on, let's go over here. Who's this? I hear someone coming. But I just want to get this on in the black and the gray here. I'll show my face here too. I'm not 100% certain what the hell to think, because like even a guy that would have like a 300 IQ, I don't know what he thinks about this. Probably, I don't know if he thinks it's insanity or it's just a new way to try to predict the future, or it could be old technology that is predicting the future now become a life form. Quite literally. And they disguise this called a quantum computer and the Internet of Things, the spatial internet, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Okay, here, I'm going to sit down too. This is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Because I have to take a seat for a minute. I have to. I'm going to take a knee. How about that? Hopefully the phone don't turn off. Phone's on the ground. And that floating ground, hopefully, wherever my transformer's at for my battery, and whatever transformer is connected to, besides my brain and my asshole brain, we're making asshole brains now. They'll figure it out how to spot an asshole fucking swallowing itself. But where I want to leave something here in the black and the gray is, okay, let's pay attention to the patents for bit mining the human body DNA and bit mining. Okay, whatever, body activity, whatever. We're gonna start with that. And where we're gonna go right now is to the stock market. Oh boy, what happens after the USA is twice today in the same, the newspapers all have the same headline. It's like a big repeater going out in permanency. So we got to pay attention to the stock market. And then these Bitcoins, like Bitcoin's up to what? Per Bitcoin, about 44,000, somewhere around there. And that's just a rough estimate, and I know that's not accurate. And then as I sit here and think, on my knee, I sit here and think, make sure I'm still rolling. The United States dollar, the Canadian dollar, the peso. Excuse me, what do you guys use down here on the continent? South America, Peru, Chile, Brazil. I don't know what your currency's called. Argentina's back to the US dollar. And then let's go over. We got Australian eucalyptus leaves. We got Chinese chopsticks. We got Russian teacups. We got North Korean fucking jungs. How many different currencies is that? There's even more. India's, I forget what they're called, shillings or some shit. These conversion rates. Now we have these currencies. What is the standard per currency? That's just like the box on the side of the house over there called a smart meter and the other small cell site. There's no fucking standard on the motherfucker. Okay? There's no standard. And the currency exchange, you could just, the thing sitting right behind it in the computer, it's called a frequency. Like this is that's what I said. It's somebody that has a 300 IQ. And then you look at all the cryptocurrencies. Then you look at all the currency markets, and then you look at we have iridium, tritium, mosconium, and all this other rare earth gold mineral shit. And then this is a crazy one to see. Like once you see this, you'll find out why they say, "Hey, oh, you got to learn. You don't know nothing about money, dude. You can't follow it. It literally become a life form." Because where am I at right now? Because this is a tough one under pressure with the camera right here, and the wind blowing around and swirling, which is numbers, and this is the level we're at. So we're going into the frequency converters, which is the currency exchange, and there's no standard. If I let me give an example. If I convert a US dollar to Russian dollars, and take that Russian dollars, convert it to Korean dollars, take the Korean dollars, go get Indian dollars, and say I want American dollars, and you just keep doing this infinity fucking fractal. The AI sees this, and this is technology to predict shit. And there's multiple AIs in there causing fucking chaos on the stock market. Them numbers never fucking stop. Never. Never. It's almost like the person in 300 IQ is like, what the fuck are we doing? Because now you got to pay attention to the market where the trees, human body activity. And that includes walking in and out of stores. That includes watching a porno and jerking off. Am I clear? I like 300 IQ. I kind of agree about talking about the things to be, but it's kind of Here's the deal. 300 IQ. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you a 440 IQ. A person with 440 IQ that uses the theory of stupidity. How the fuck do you have a 440 IQ? We're calling stupid fucking intelligence fucking questions. Intelligence quality. Well, if you stare at all them fucking numbers all day and you know you can't keep track of it, it's kind of like fucking... Boy, oh boy, like, how do I take advantage of this? But how could you be a 440 IQ and you're like the best at using the theory of stupidity? And outright, I don't think you have a 440 IQ if you're using the theory of stupidity. Because I think it's a lie, because the theory of stupidity goes into deception, doesn't it? Does it not? And now, whenever they say they don't teach money in school, well, it's not that they don't teach money. They just don't teach of how to be very deceptive in school. Because when you're chasing these numbers and these bitcoins and these frequency converters and all this other stuff, you sort of become psychopathic, and that means you're like building a repeater of the system, and you whatever. This is hard to do with because I just the walls have this data, and I'm trying to render this to all you light beings out there. And I don't care what the fuck kind of light being you are, you're all light. You're all light. You're okay. None of you are fucking worse light than the other light. You're light. Okay, that's good. 440 IQ to fucking 44 IQ. We're all light. Okay. But they just don't teach you these guys that are, you can call, I don't care, it's frequency converters. And these guys that are paying attention to this and they're psychopathic, they don't teach you that. Well, maybe they don't teach you for a reason, because if you get involved in this type of field, you see the investments we have, like Iran and United States is in the newspaper today. They drop bombs over there, okay, and they just wanted a nuclear program. they wanted nuclear engineering, and I don't even think they wanted a weapon. But whenever you have, I'm not going into it, but you have to see it now, because now I have it to the attention that I have it to attention. I have it to attention that we're doing some things, and you know, that's like calling a murder for hire. What do you think, UN and NATO? What do you think? Yeah. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Now, a person with 440 IQ using a theory of stupidity, all they're going to do is tune into a UN and NATO fucking meeting. But somebody using a 44 fucking IQ fucking adjustment to the head, we just lay here in the ground and fucking, oh, look at the airplanes flying by here. What's up here? And then I got to look down here. Hey, what's it doing to the food down here? And these guys don't think. And maybe they do think, because whatever's up here coming down here, mixing with down here, and then plus in the nuclear engineering programs where we do called gene editing for the, what they call it, genetically modified organisms. We do this gene editing shit, and we do all kinds of crazy stuff, put this fertilizer on our food and shit, and then we have it up here. And then once it gets inside, we have this patent called body activity, and every time I take a shit, like, am I pooping out lead? Am I pooping out uranium, moscovium, gold? And then before it even hits the fucking toilet, my cell phone's like, look at this, look at these numbers. And then it goes right into the phone, and the most profitable thing right now, they say, is chips. The computer chip, the semiconductor industry, these topological chips and shit. Like, I was able to see into the guys that are, they call it the black hat community. Is it still going? The black hat community. Okay. And some of you guys, I'm going to recommend right now, you get a fucking treadmill in your fucking facility. Because I know you can't go outside. When you're this fucking good and we're at the level I'm talking about, you ain't going outside, are you? And then it makes me wonder what type of equipment you're getting. Second of all, okay, and where does this equipment come from? So whenever we have this chip manufacturer and China's trying to run into fucking chip manufacturing, no, we're going to get this because there's fucking problems here, huh? Huh? Can you imagine that? And then over there, to get it over here in the States, this has to come abroad either by UFO, fucking a very high-speed aircraft or airplane, or a ship. And by golly, some of the way these fucking computers are built, okay, because these guys that are that good, they ain't just taking a computer that's given to you and plugging it in and using it. They're going to literally tear the fucking thing apart first and rebuild it, resolder it to their specs. And now there's these new chips out there on the market. Well, we want you, can you just build this one for me? And here's the data coming in from research and development of human body activity, that's all the shit that's going on. And that fucking cryptocurrency with the stock market, frequency converters. Holy fucking, it will make it, just go to the mental institution. Because these guys don't come outside. Most likely. I'm not going to say 100%, but this black hat community, because the biggest money maker, you know, some of these chips, they're selling for millions, if not $1 billion a piece. they have some of these periodic table elements of fucking lattices, nano, pico, atto, femto, zato, and fucking my nuts are fucking hurting from just thinking about it. So just some of the shit that is probably out there. And hell, some of the chips, I bet you they get, it's like a chia pet now. Come here, manufacture this for me. You bring it home and fucking piss on it. It grows into a little robot being. Can you imagine that? And the little motherfucker could go invisible and go right through the wires. 440 IQ, that's when you start using the theory of stupidity, isn't it? Yeah, I'm in the year 2025. This is June 22nd, second day of summer of the solstice. Sky's it's probably about 1,000 hours, roughly 1,000 hours. That means 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. The wind's going at about a good 8 knots for nice vortices. Little vortices blowing through the sky. Oh yeah. The tree says hello. This is where we're at in 2025. And 440 IQ. The old ways that we're doing, I kind of see why we're doing it. Because anything that is done, there's always something trying to come in and steal. And it's just chaos. So they cause the chaos. Now, this has to cause chaos over here. Go over there and get it, and then they go over there and steal. And there's just all this chaos. Where's the production? Where's the production at? And we need a good insurance adjuster here. Okay, because we got up here in the sky, and we have this fantastic 440 IQ fucking little robot running around, or whatever you guys are. Whatever. And there's guys that hunt you, and they don't leave the house. And they look at a computer screen all fucking day, and they don't get on a treadmill. And they don't get an hour of sunlight a day, because it'll probably give their computer a disease. They come out here, and their skin goes into the fucking computer. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. I can only imagine it. I can only imagine it. You know what I mean? Situation room. And you know, I know whenever I seen the broadcast last night of they're talking about Iran getting bombed in these sites, these underground sites. Whenever they mentioned Stuxnet, I know where the problem's at. I know it. And now we're going into insanity with Stuxnet and stealing, and there's no production. And then that's when these guys who are capitalists and communists, they start to steal. And we got murderers for hire. And that's called the fucking... That's the story of 2025 right now. But there's still some things I don't know. Because if we could piss on a fucking robot, like a computer chip, and watch it grow like a chia pet, I can only imagine what the hell else is going on. Because we're pulling all the data out of the human and putting it on the chip. And the data flows down here, goes into the food. And we're going ass backwards here, y'all. In the food, you could harvest the fucking... We got all this gold just sitting in fucking Fort Knox. What the fuck we gonna do with it? How about we take a lump fucking chunk of that shit and we start doing gene editing for our food with gold? So when we eat the shit, we build density instead of destroying the fucking countries. We build the countries up and we make sure we take care of ourselves, and that builds more density than the fucking shit you're trying to do now. Wait until you see those fucking computer chips. No, they don't think. They don't think. They don't fucking think. And I say they because it's like a fucking demon circuit running around in fucking the atmosphere. Like right there, you start right there, and now you could start harvesting shit. And you can, it's like growing a money tree, for Christ's sakes. Because you know when you eat that shit, there's a property of the human where this gold occurs. And whatever else fucking no one wants to talk about. Because we're putting some funny shit up here in the sky and it's coming down into the food and these old gene editing modified shit. Plus all the fucking crazy shit you eat at the store and whatever medicines and shit. Like there's some shit going on because Deep Mind released Alpha Fold. There's some shit going on. And excuse the pundit, there's some shit going on. And these numbers are changing in the stock market now. Just the very words alone improve the situation room. It really does. But it just seems like I just can't wait for what I'm going to hear in the next couple of days. I really can't wait. But there is opportunity here, and I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, great grandpap over there that's a climate engineer, how about some marketing advertisement? We can start there. And when we start doing climate advertising, every word out of my mouth about, hey, we're building density, correct? To send the bomb into the ground and destroy buildings and then watch the despair of people, because okay, you didn't kill them. Okay, like Iran, the supreme leader of Iran said, yeah, they take the machine guns and start mowing everyone down. It kills more people than a bomb. But when that bomb comes, it goes into the house and boom. Hey, you didn't kill them, and maybe only one or two died, but now these other people don't have anywhere to live. So what are they supposed to do? And that brings this other field here around the planet, and everybody sees this. It's the destruction's there, and all this other shit's there, and we take this and bit mine this, and not to mention we take the particle accelerator fucking destruction fields where this come down and we got this, and this is in computer chips and it's going into the brains, and the brain sees this and there's a fucking quasi-static in there and it's producing this high energy light and all these metals and blah 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 blah, and these people think this is we're harvesting sin, and sin is a dirty electric. And I know this is a dirty electric because the guy that went up there and smoked on a burning bush and brought the big crack rocks down for everyone to fucking smoke had these fucking ingredients on there. Said, don't do this. These are sins. This is dirty fucking electric. When you do this, you carry this with you, and it produces a fucking I don't even know how to communicate it with you people. But some people call it a fucking. Some people call this. They call it. Just use your imagination. Superman's out there, Spider-Man's out there, Cyclops is out there, X-Men are there. Use your imagination with the fucking when you sin and how it radiates. Just use your imagination. Because I'm not going to sit here and communicate something that you could talk about in 10 million different ways, and I have an AI that can fucking, like, I don't know, that ain't it. He's talking bullshit, but then you go right to the next page over, and it literally shuts that AI up. So I will. I'm you know, this is an easy subject to talk about, but it seems like it's a hard one to get everybody on the same page here in wavelengths. And it's not. It's kind of like everybody is on the same wavelength right now across the planet. But we need to get like a full spectrum, because you're not going to escape the black and the white, okay? And to get to the white, You got to have multiple wavelengths. It's everything together for like a full spectrum. But you'll never get away from the black and the white, and in the middle is this gray state. You'll never get away from it. It's like you'll never get away from Jesus saying he's coming back and bringing fire and brimstone and going to restart the fucking planet again. You hear what I said? That means you're all dead. Jesus is going to kill you. And that sounds like Lucifer's job description, doesn't it? To bring chaos and destruction. Come on, guys. Use your fucking heads out there. And I don't know fucking Shiva, fucking Hindu. I don't know Allah. I don't know none of this. But something tells me Buddhism and all this shit, it's right around the same concepts. You can't get away from it until you go to sleep, huh? That's why Jesus says, when you pass, there are many mansions in heaven, y'all. Don't fear death, says AI too. Frequencies resonate, eternal energy, logically developing. As of right now, surveillance state, scale, stupidity, which I would love to change those 4 S's with my Unum Pentium 4 processor. Talk to you in the near future, my friend.